Let's open up the phones and say good morning to a couple of people in Pittsburgh. This is Pete. Pittsburgh Pete. Thank you.
What's up, Howard?
Hey, Pete.
You know, I've been listening to the show, big fan every day. Hearing Artie ever since he came back from Afghanistan. And in my opinion, he's become an unlistenable egomaniac. And, you know, Marianne called in. It's not all about you, and that goes a long way. I mean, have you noticed he interrupts you all the time? Have you noticed this?
Well, I mean, I'm constantly interrupted by everyone around here, but that's kind of the idea. It's kind of the idea of the show. But
sincerely,
Artie has been more vocal since he got back from Afghanistan. He's charged up. There's
Maybe
no question.
It's because he's awake.
And he is awake. He doesn't appear to be falling asleep.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, Marianne and this kid Pete from Pittsburgh, they don't like me. I know when he calls in, he always has an issue.
Oh.
But you know, I don't give a fuck, so who cares?
I think the money, Howard. I think the money's gone to his head.
Right.
He's getting attractive women all the time. He thinks he's good looking.
Pete, you are a classic loser. You're a loser, Pete. Send in a picture of you. You call the show every day. You're on hold every day. Go do something.
Does Pete call every day?
Oh, he calls every fucking day. Are you kidding me? He's always on the phone.
About it on the air.
What?
That's not why people do charity. He gets on the air. I help this person today.
You don't know half of the things I've done for charity. You have no idea. I'll probably be doing charity for you because you're going to be a broke loser for the rest of your life.
You always rely on.
You know, Pete, who called in all the time, he's broke because he's a loser. Artie, can you do the Pittsburgh Funny Bone and give it to Pete? Sure, I'll do it because he's a loser. What do you do all day, you fucking piece of shit? I'm not an egomaniac. You're a loser. Stop. You know what? I'm going to pay your $13.95 a month. I'm going to give it to Scott Greenstein personally. I don't want you to listen anymore.
Okay, it's not about you. I listened to the Howard Stern.
You made it about me. You called in and you mentioned my name. You're a jerk-off.
You even disrespected Donald Trump the other day.
Who gives a fuck? Yo, you're mad because I disrespected Donald Trump? What, do you want to blow him?
I'm mad because I don't think you're that funny.
Well, then stop listening to the fucking show. You know what? Tell Howard to shut off my mic. If I don't talk, I'm not working. I don't do anything but talk around here.
You're proving my point. You're an asshole.
Go to fucking work.
What does Pete do?
Doesn't 7-Eleven open yet?
Right. The same jokes I always hear.
Same jokes. You probably want to be a comedian. You're a jealous, ugly, fat slob. You're probably enormous with that Prader-Willi disease, sitting in some fucking chair that you're like grown into.
Pete, now
and
Artie
you call
contends,
for fucking 5 hours a day. You're a douchebag. And I'll be playing Pittsburgh again, and a bunch of people in Pittsburgh will come out and say nice things. And if you want to come to Pittsburgh to talk to me, we'll talk about it.
Pete, Artie contends you're a loser. What do you do with your life, actually?
I'm unemployed. He's right.
Oh, no.
Howard, I know the voice of a bitter loser. He's unemployed and he's broke.
Let me hear for a second.
Go ahead.
Maybe Pete...
I'm interrupting you.
Yeah, it's true. Pete, you say you're unemployed. What happened there?
That, and he can do those jokes. I've heard them all. I'm unemployed.
What are you unemployed from?
Nothing.
What are you unemployed from?
I was a bartender for a while. You know, listen.
Where were you a bartender, you fucking douchebag? Well, you were a bartender at some shot and fucking beer bar outside of Pittsburgh.
Let's give Pete the benefit.
You've got to be ugly, too. You've got to be horrible. You've got to be hideous. Send in a picture of yourself. You've got to be one of the ugliest human beings on the planet.
Pete, are you able to get women?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I was a bartender.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Bartenders, yeah. Oh, yeah, right. You were a bartender at one of the hottest clubs in Pittsburgh.
Now, bars are always...
What's that, TGI Fridays, you jerk off?
Yeah.
Bars are always hiring. You can't find another job?
Well, I've been unemployed. There's things are going on in life.
Well, Howard, there's a lot of new drinks you can't learn, you know. This generation has, Sex on the beach. You can't learn that, douchebag? Why don't you go get a bartender's guide?
Pete.
Howard made your career.
Well, okay. You know what? A lot of people make other people's careers. Evidently, some loser made your career. You need a winner.
Pete, why have you been unable to bartend anywhere else?
I smoke a lot of marijuana.
Of course.
I listen to your show. I've been indulging in the wrap-up show, the intern show. I'm just laying around in bed listening.
I see.
He's a dummy.
I'm a dummy. I have a higher IQ than you.
No, you don't. Well, if you do, it's a horrible waste of an IQ. you.
Now, Pete, who supports you?
Ugly, pot-smoking fag.
Oh, yeah, I'm a fag, right? Everyone.
I guarantee you've sucked the cock. You're just denying it.
Now, Pete, who...
New Jersey.
You're denying it. You're denying it.
Pete, have you ever
You're
been...
pissed the Pirates haven't won in 30 years.
Pete, have you ever been in a homosexual relationship? I mean, Artie's...
One time on ecstasy, could I admit that something might have gone wrong?
Oh, my goodness.
So, Artie...
Are you psychic?
Of course. Let me tell you something. I grew up around a lot of losers, and he's right. If it wasn't for Howard, I'd be one. So I know the voice of a loser. He's calling in every day.
Your own voice.
I'm the easiest target because he can't yell at Howard because he's got no balls.
Artie seems to be correct on all accounts here, Pete.
I was kidding about the gay thing.
Oh.
No, right. Yeah,
Now
sure. You were kidding.
Artie, here's my point. Without
No. Listen, you got no balls to yell at Howard. Robin, of course, is someone that's out of your league.
Yeah.
Freddie's, a legend. Benji doesn't talk, so you yell at me. So you know what? Fine, that's fine. Listen, tell Howard to shut my mic, and I'll leave if that's what happens. And I'll get another job in show business like I have forever.
Feel bad.
Yeah, I will. And you know what? Then I'll go down to my house down the shore and forget about Pete from Pittsburgh, who will probably die in a mental hospital, broke.
Now let's feel bad for Artie. Let's cater to Artie.
Well, I'm not asking you to feel bad for me. I'm just giving you shit back.
Fans feel bad for you. They show up to your appearances because they feel bad for you.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
3,000 people show up, and 50% of them repeat business because they feel bad for me, because they want to give away their money.
Yes, Fred?
You're a dope.
I actually have a legitimate question or two for Pete. Pete, have you ever seen Artie live in Pittsburgh?
Yes, I have.
Have you tried to get backstage?
No.
Because he can't. There's too many winners.
That's why I thought that might be behind it. Maybe
it says winners.
Maybe he tried to get behind this,
Right, of course. I know. Maybe I gave him.
Get back there.
Right. You're right, Fred. I gave him a bad look or something,
Right.
and he's such a pot smoking loser that he's like, Artie's he should be a longshoreman. I'm smarter than him, and he's got a good job. You're a jealous prick. Kill yourself. Go to one of those fucking bridges in Pittsburgh. Tie a fucking cinder block to your fat pothead ankle. And jump and relieve the world of your shit. I will pay double what you pay a month to get rid of you. I'll give it directly to Mel Karmazin. Go fuck yourself.
All right, let's go to Bill.
You're glad my father died. Isn't that intelligent? Isn't that? You're showing your IQ now, man.
Bill,
wow.
Bill, you want to comment on what Pete is saying? Pittsburgh Pete?
Asshole calls a fucking wrap-up show. He's always bitching about Artie.
I know. He's got it in for me.
We love Artie. If Artie don't fucking talk, he ain't working.
Well, that's true. I mean, I don't understand.
Go fuck yourself, Pete.
But Pete.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, Rob, go ahead.
Yeah, Howard.
Yes.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
I kind of agree with Pete. I love Artie. He's way better than Jackie, no doubt about it. But lately, since Afghanistan, either if he was on drugs before he went, now he's off them. If he was off them before he went, now he's on them. Because it seems like his stories kind of recirculate, kind of repeat, and he's kind of taking over the show a little bit. And, he's really
Pete, another think tank guy agrees with me.
Well, whatever, I can
Listen, guys, you're the fans, and I know Howard caters to the fans. I will be quiet. I know what to do.
I'm not asking you to be quiet, Artie, but it seems like lately you kind of come across with more of a point of fact instead of like a joke.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
You want?
It's like,
well, what?
I want funny Artie. I don't want.
You don't want thoughtful Artie.
News Artie.
Okay, buddy, you got it. I'll try to see if I can find funny Artie. He's probably at the vending machine.
Well, make a joke out of me.
We have loser Pete because that's the only version of him.
Tell another story about growing up in New Jersey.
Oh, dude, let me tell you something. Tell another story about smoking weed in Pittsburgh. You're a jerk off.
All right, let's go to Candace.
You're a jerk off. Go blow Terry Bradshaw.
Candace, go ahead.
Hey, kids, listen, I totally disagree with this. I find that now that Artie's back from Afghanistan, the repertoire is fantastic between you guys. Even with Robin, with her boat and pulling up to Artie's house. The show is better than ever, and Artie is finally awake and alive. It's so funny. I love it.
Yeah.
I totally love it.
Well, I guess Artie has his fans, and
his
there are
promoters
people
and detractors.
There are people who are fans of Artie's, and I see the same thing with Robin. A lot of people call in, they go, tell Robin to shut up, or tell Robin to talk more, or tell Robin to...
Part of Artie now is that Fred's engaging, Robin's engaging, you're engaging. It's all of you together.
Listen,
it's like a well-oiled machine. I love it.
Listen,
it's so much better than when he's sleeping.
I think like online things that we do here are stupid because probably 10 people vote. But I mean, how would he? And I would never bring this up, but I mean, 44% of the people call me their favorite, Pete. Yeah. You don't agree with that?
No, I understand.
4 out of 10 people said I was their favorite.
That, Artie.
Pete, you loser.
Yeah, I mean, Pete is a loser, and he admitted it, and he admitted to a gay act. I mean, let's face it. Pete, I hope you have AIDS from that gay act, and go with high-pitched Mike and die.
Pay for everything.
All right, Candace, Pete, thank you, and there is an informal discussion.
Yeah, you know, your IQ. I'm glad your father died. Go get another fucking wacky weed fucking joint and roll it and shove it up your ass.
Perfect now. Fuck you, Pete.
Thank you, sweetie.
All right, Candace.
The girl's always on my side, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and thank you, Pete.
I swear,
Pete, rent the Fiat if you have enough money, and drive the although with that car it'll take 10 hours. Come to New York and find me, and we'll have lunch and we'll talk about it. I would love to. I would love to talk to you about this issue.
I'd love to talk to you in person.
Oh, I would love to.
Oh, I'd love to.
Really? Well, drive to fucking New York.
Knock you out.
Oh my God, dude!
Oh, yeah.
Dude, let me tell you something. You'd be in a sewer, decapitated before you said anything.
On the show, you challenged Benji to a fight in the beginning.
No, I didn't. When did I challenge Benji to a fight? That's your weed talking. That's your imaginary world that says you're a winner. That's the voice in your head saying, "Call the show because there's nothing else to do."
You're raised by women.
I was what?
You're raised by women, Artie.
Who were you raised by? Wolves, you jerk off? Oh, your father, I'm sure he was a winner. Your father raised a pothead who's a bartender. I get a ton of pussy and an ecstasy.
Did your father have a job, Pete?
What did your father do?
Successful guy.
Oh, yeah.
What did he do?
Got to be proud of you.
He's been a manager of an insurance company for years.
Wow, what an exciting life. Let me tell you something. Send your father here, too. Maybe he could bore me to death with his life.
That's what you're
maybe your father could bore me to death with his life story of managing an insurance company.
You want to fucking meet me?
Yeah, sure I would. Hitchhike to New York.
Oh, yeah,
get a crayon and write a letter to Hertz and see if they'll send you a car for weed. See if you can walk into Hertz, okay? Get a crayon, learn how to spell some words, and fill out a Hertz rent-a-car application, and to see if they'll, give you a rental car for a bag of weed. Then drive it here to New York and come meet me, and we'll fight. And I'll shove your head in a sewer in the South Bronx and let 4 Puerto Ricans fuck you in the ass after they sell you ecstasy at double the price. You're a fucking Pittsburgh asswipe. I'm gonna, you know what? Now I've overstated my quota for the morning. I'm done talking.
Yeah, quit talking.
Well, you caused it. You call up every day.
You exhausted him.
You call up every day with your loser voice, like, I think that is, Howard and Beth, what if you and Beth got in a threesome? I got such a high IQ.
You can't con me.
I can't con you. Dude, a shiny object could con you. I could distract you with a nickel and then punch you in the face.
Pete and Artie really...
I guess they're not going to be friends.
You know.
Oh, no, I'll be friends with them. This is how half of my friends talk to me.
All right, Pete, well, you've...
Call me, I got to go.
I know.
Thank you.
What do you got to go do? Is there a bar accepting applications in Pittsburgh at 6:22 a.m.?
Well, you must have frightened Pete. He hung up. I didn't hang up.
Of course he hung up.
All right.
Got no juice? Who's he, Albert Brooks? He's not going to take on me.
Albert Brooks. Marianne from Brooklyn, you're on
I'll take you on, Artie. Hey.
Go ahead, Marianne. That's right. This is round 2.
I said how you made me laugh all day, and I wrote that on the computer. You made me pee. Now today you're saying, "Oh, Marion's got a beef with me."
I didn't say that. You started it.
Hang up with me, Artie. Big time hang up. Because you know what? You got to take it.
I don't have a hang up with you. You start with me. You start with me every time you call in.
You mentioned my name this morning. I wasn't even calling in, Artie. Go to the replay, Howard. You mentioned my name, and you know what, Artie? The audience is right. It's Howard's show, and you're overstepping. And you know what?
Oh, come on.
Listen, tell Howard
to make that. Marianne, what is it, pick on Artie Day?
Yeah, Marianne and Peter picking on me. Let me go home and shoot myself.
My name today, Howard. I wasn't calling
Coming up at 7 o'clock, Artie's heart attack.
Wow, listen. Wow, Marianne. I wrote on a computer. And
guess what, Artie?
I wrote on a computer.
Why don't you go suck a
Why don't don't you go to Pittsburgh and suck Pete's cock? The two of you could move in a trailer and smoke weed all day. I hate you, cunt. I hate you, cunt. I hate you, cunt. The audience hated you and you're a dumb cunt. Go make some lasagna. That probably sucks. I guarantee your gravy sucks. Go
you think
fuck
she
yourself.
can't cook?
I guarantee her gravy sucks. And let me tell you something, Marianne from Brooklyn. You come over here and we'll talk too.
You're going to beat her up?
Beat up Marianne?
After Pete, I'll beat you. I would never touch a woman.
Why didn't you beat up Pete with Marianne's head?
I tell you what, Marianne could probably beat up Pete, first of all. And Marianne, listen, you're an Italian woman. I would never disrespect you, so I'm going to shut up. You could yell at me.
Well, you did call her the C word.
I know, but I take that back. Like every other Italian woman in my life, I'll let you yell at me, and then we can get to the first break, and I can have some peanut M&Ms.
Artie, you mentioned my name, and yes, I said how much you made me laugh. That's all. Let me defend myself.
All right. Thank you, Marianne.
I could care less if I make you laugh or not. Shut up.
Go fuck yourself, you big, fat, dirty pig, you.
Go call High Pitch Eric. You're best friends with High Pitch Eric and Jeff.
Your fucking dick in a blender, would you please?
Your dick in a blender.
Well, you bring up a good point.
You never fucking use it anyway, Artie.
Your dick in a blender.
You make a good point,
I'll
Artie.
use it to shut you up. I'll shove it in your mouth. Come down here. I'll force you
You would
down.
force your penis into her mouth to shut her up?
To shut her up, I would force anything in her mouth. I would do time to shut her up.
You would love every minute, Artie.
I guarantee you give a great blowjob. Anything that makes you not talk.
Artie brings up a good point, Marianne. You are best friends with High Pitch Eric. How do you feel?
I'm very unhappy, but I'm glad you said it, Howard. It's disturbing.
No, Artie said it. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I said it, Marianne.
Artie, I'm not best friends with him, but I wonder. I became friendly with him from the radio, and I wonder why he goes to this next level. And I saw him the other day after I did the Sirius radio. I bought him 2 slices of pizza, Artie, and the soda.
Did he show any remorse for this?
Absolutely not, Howard, and that's why I think there's something really wrong with him. I said, Eric, you think it's a joke, and it's not. It's very, very serious. So, Howard, he's not all there, and his family should take him to therapy or maybe be evaluated. You can laugh all you want, Artie, because your family...
You know what?
I wonder why he goes to this level, because he's a disgusting slob. Why does he go to this level? That's a mystery to you?
Artie, you got fucking hang-ups. Why do you go to your level? Why do you use heroin?
Well, because I'd rather forget about the fact that I know High Pitch Eric than remember I know him.
Wendy the retard is on the phone. Wendy, we haven't heard from you in so long. What's going on?
Wendy.
Hello?
What is this?
I don't know. Let's listen. Wendy listening to something. Wendy the retard, are you there?
It's eerie, whatever she's listening to.
She's retarded. You know, she watches monster movies.
Oh, maybe this is...
And then scares the shit out of herself.
She thinks they're real.
Yeah. She does that voice. Was that a tape, Fred?
Yeah, that's a tape. Wendy. Wendy, are you there? Hello? Wendy is definitely watching Nightmare on Elm Street because I recognize the music. Listen.
Really?
I'm coming.
Well, where's there all this music in Nightmare on Elm Street?
When's he going to slash somebody?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Wendy, what are you doing? I'm on the phone with you for 3 minutes here listening
I
to...
was watching Freddy.
Freddy Krueger.
Yes.
Nightmare on Elm Street 1?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the music from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Wow, what part of the movie is this?
I'm watching the second part where Jesse.
She knows all the characters.
I hope Wendy's not mad.
Wendy, how many times have you watched Nightmare on Elm Street?
This is about the 200th time.
Today?
Don't you think it scares you too, right? Because when you're retarded, you don't even know what's real and what's not real, right?
No, I don't know what's real and what's not real.
Yeah, so you probably think Freddy Krueger could be real.
Yes.
So you're scaring the heck out of yourself, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why do you do that?
It gives me something to do.
I see.
Right. I mean, why not watch a nice light comedy? I think this could be really harmful to you.
I got some comedy movies, and also I got a lot of rated R movies.
Rated R movies?
Even a person of, let's say, normal intelligence would become affected by watching Freddy Krueger 200 times. Do you ever make believe you're Freddy Krueger?
Yes.
Do you ever pretend that you're killing people as Freddy Krueger?
Yes.
Have you ever killed people as Freddy Krueger?
Yes.
Okay. You have. So you see what I mean? Now you're killing people.
Wow. God, you know, a transcript of this show would really get us all arrested.
You're telling me that you've watched this movie over 200 times.
Yes.
And I am telling you that... do you watch porn?
No.
No, your mom
but
makes...
R-rated movies you have.
I watch like Jason with radar, with Cecily, yeah.
So your mom keeps you from watching porn, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And you... but Freddy Krueger she allows.
Yes.
And I would think... do you ever have nightmares about Freddy Krueger?
Yes.
All the time, I bet, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you almost watch Freddy Krueger once a day.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you ever enter people's heads when they're sleeping?
Yeah.
You do.
My mom's head.
You enter your mom's head.
You do.
Yes.
So when your mom falls asleep, you enter her head.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's in there all the time. The mother can't get her to move the fuck out of her head.
Isn't that against the law to enter someone's head?
No, not exactly. Not when you're dreaming.
Right.
And no one knows the Florida laws, but...
Dominic and Wendy both know Florida law.
That is so funny. Very good, by the way, Howard, recognizing the movie in the back.
Thank you.
How many times have you watched Freddy Krueger?
200 times. Do you ever dress like Freddy Krueger?
Yes, I got a Freddy vest, and also I got his fingers, and I got a costume of him.
Do you wear an enormous red and green sweater? That sweater that he wears?
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
And the hat?
Yes.
And the nails?
Yes.
Right. And
She says she's got the claw hand.
But aren't you afraid sometimes that Freddy Krueger's going to come and get you?
Yes.
Yeah. You see, that's what I'm worried about here, Wendy, that it's interrupting your life. Are there times in the day where you get so scared you're afraid to leave the house?
Yes.
Yes. And yet you keep...
She's not going to leave the house anyway.
Well, I'm just saying, why would you put yourself in such a state of fear?
Because I have no other thing to do.
Right.
I mean, it's like I just sit here almost half of the day and babysit. I don't hardly get any days off till the weekend.
Wow, when you're babysitting, aren't you supposed to be involved with the children?
I am.
Do the children watch Freddy Krueger as well?
No, they're in the other room watching cartoons.
Can any of you tell any difference between her and Pete from Pittsburgh?
So you're basically telling me that by watching this over and over again, you're scaring yourself and affecting your life in a negative way.
Yes.
And this Freddy Krueger costume, how often do you put it on? Do you put it on daily?
No, just once in a blue moon when I'm bored.
Is it stinky?
That only happens once in a blue moon.
Is it stinky from wearing it so often?
Yes.
It is. It smells.
Yes.
Did you ever accidentally go to the bathroom in your Freddy Krueger costume?
Yes.
You did. What happened? Tell me.
The last time when I went trick-or-treating with my little nephew, I had to go to the bathroom, and I couldn't hold it in time, and my mom was telling me, hurry up and walk fast so we could make it to the bathroom, and I accidentally went in my pants when I was...
Duty? You made a duty in the costume?
Yes.
So while you were walking and trick-or-treating, you made a duty in your Freddy Krueger costume?
Yes.
Right. And there were fecal matter in there?
Yes.
Right.
Did you ever find, like, not to get too graphic, did you ever find any, like, pussy hair mixed in with the shit?
Yes.
Right.
You did?
Yes.
Did you continue trick-or-treating?
Yes.
You did. You didn't even stop. You mean you walked around with the duty in your pants?
Yes.
Wasn't that uncomfortable?
Did you ever smell the duty?
Yes.
Right.
Eat it?
Did you ever put your hand in the duty?
Yes.
You did.
Did you like the smell of the duty, your own duty?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you mix your trick-or-treat candy with the duty?
Yes.
Of course.
Do you... When you sometimes touch yourself, right, sexually?
Yes.
Yes. And did you ever have duty on your fingers when you touch yourself?
Yes.
You did.
What a
But I'm
mess.
going to tell
What a
you
mess.
something. I want to tell you a health thing. It's not good to let the duty get into your vagina. It's not healthy.
Because then you'll have
You have to wash your hands.
You'll have duty vagina.
I don't mean to get it in my vagina. It's just that, I have a hard time wiping myself.
Well, Howard, what else is going to go in that vagina?
Why is it difficult to wipe yourself?
Because it's hard time because I have to
bend over and, reach my hand over there and wipe myself.
Wow.
Because you're heavy, sick
yes,
girl?
I'm heavy.
Heavy and it's hard to reach your tushy?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Well, let me tell you something.
Can't you shower before you play with yourself?
Well, I'll never eat again.
Yes, I can, Robin, but I'm sort of a little lazy.
You're lazy.
Do you ever watch Chucky, the movie Chucky with a dog?
Yes.
Does that scare you too?
Yes.
And what about Michael Myers with the Halloween?
Yes.
And she already mentioned Jason. She watches him too.
Right. Who do you love more? Okay, I'll give you one of these guys you have to F, one of them you have to marry, and one of them you have to kill, okay?
All right.
Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, or Chucky the doll? Who would you marry, who would you kill, and who would you have sex with?
I would marry the Chucky doll.
Right.
And I would kill Freddy.
Right. And you would marry Michael Myers?
Fuck yes. She'd have sex with Michael Myers.
Michael Myers.
Yes.
Oh, you would marry Freddy?
Yes.
No,
Oh.
she'd marry Chucky.
Oh, marry Chucky.
much like Hollywood, she's saying fuck Mike Myers.
Because you can't kill Freddy Krueger. That was my point.
No, you can kill Freddy. You can kill Freddy, but you have to, train.
Right.
Like in episode 4, when this girl, I forgot.
Yeah, but you train in your dreams, right?
Yeah.
Listen, Wendy, how enormous is your pussy bush?
Really normal.
It's like, is it enormous? Like, you don't shave it a lot, right?
No, it's like hairy, yeah.
So it's like a big, afro almost.
Yeah.
And is there shit and piss in there?
No.
No. When you went Halloweening.
Yes, well, in Halloween.
And you had on the Freddy Krueger outfit.
Yes.
And you made in your pants.
Yes.
Then when you went back, you had the Freddy Krueger glove on with the nails, right?
Yes.
So when you went to see what was doing back there, the nails and the glove got full of duty.
Yeah.
You can't wipe with that.
Right. What is it, Richie Wilson from Howard TV?
When Wendy was up here doing her show for that 24-hour period, she went to the bathroom to pee, and she came out with shit all over her hands.
Wow.
And she puts it in my face. She goes, look, and she had shit all over her hands.
All
good?
Yeah. You see this, Artie? See that? That's number 2. But you know what I'm going to do, Artie? I'm going to wash my hands. Like you're supposed to.
What happened? What's on your hands?
Poop.
You got a little poop on your hands?
Yeah.
Well, how come?
Because I had a hard time cleaning myself.
Wow. So this is true what we're hearing.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
There are some
She doesn't lie.
There are some people who think that Wendy's not really retarded. I think that just proved that wrong.
So, Wendy, the day today, after you finish watching Freddy Krueger 1 again for the 200th time, what will you do?
After that, I was going to feed my baby rabbit Howard that I found in the woods a couple of days ago.
Okay.
Oh, wow. And then you have
named it Howard?
Yes, I named it Howard.
Oh, isn't that nice? And then you have a conference call at 3 with Marianne from Brooklyn and Pete from Pittsburgh, right?
Yes.
Right, to discuss some stuff?
Yes.
Right, you guys are going to think about some project together.
So, Wendy, do you often go to the bathroom and think you're going to do number 1 and you wind up with number 2?
Yes, I do. First, when I have to go to the bathroom, I usually go number 2 first, then number 1 afterwards.
See, now that is kind of retarded because most people pee
do it
first.
the other way around.
Most people pee and then they make duty.
The unretarded world does it opposite.
I do it opposite.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm telling you, most people, and maybe there's a link here scientifically that, most people will always pee before they make duty. And yet you do it the opposite way.
Yes, I do it the opposite way.
You strike me as a person that gets into trouble when, let's say you're watching Freddy Krueger, and you love it so much that you keep holding it in and holding it in and holding it in, and you don't even like to go to the toilet because you're having fun, and then it gets to the point where you can't even hold it in anymore and you pee your pants.
Yes.
Yeah, is that accurate?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go, Robin.
Well, we've learned a lot today.
I'm like that too, Wendy. Sometimes I'm so excited about what I'm doing, I go, I don't want to go to the bathroom. I don't even want to stop to go to the bathroom. But I think you're doing it way too much.
I know I am. It's just that I can't help it. Sometimes, when I get into something, I usually stay onto it and not,
You're a workaholic.
And then the next thing you know, you shit your pants.
Like, you know what it's like? I've shit. You know when you try to shit well, you guys wouldn't know this, but when you're all like heroin, they're coked up and really drunk, and you try to shit, you can't control anything, and the next morning you wake up and it's a mess. She's like that all the time, you know.
Do you shit your pants once a day at least?
Yes. Like yesterday. Like yesterday, I woke up. I was sleeping almost all day yesterday, and I didn't wake up till almost around 10 o'clock at night. So I've been up since all night tonight. Since now, I've been up, and I haven't went to bed yet. And I accidentally went number one in my pants.
Well,
Number one.
because you were so caught up in what you were doing.
Yes.
Wow.
You're up all night. You're like a retarded cokehead.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something, Wendy. That sounds like a problem. In fact, has anyone tried to train you or teach you how to use the bathroom properly?
My mommy has.
Right.
Well, she must suck as a teacher.
Well, she's got a difficult student. You got to say.
I have a thought, Wendy,
Sorry, you're right.
and maybe you want to discuss this with your mom. I'm thinking about you. All right. What if you put a TV in the bathroom so you can watch TV while you make your duty?
That'll be better.
Yeah. Maybe that's the problem.
But why can't she just go every 2 hours and see if she has to go?
Because sometimes I usually am half asleep, and one night when I woke up to go to the bathroom, I went to the bathroom.
Also, she doesn't know what 2 hours are.
Yeah, exactly. You know what?
I accidentally ran into the wall, and I almost missed the toilet.
I've done that a million times.
Did your mom ever think of putting you in a diaper?
Yes, she has.
Yes. Would you wear an adult diaper?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, no. You don't want to do that one.
why not?
That is so unsexy.
You don't think she'd look hot in an adult diaper?
So you think it would be less sexy than the Freddy Krueger outfit with shit all over it?
I'll tell you what, Wendy. If I was your mom and you were shitting every day in your pants and peeing, at least when I took you trick-or-treating, I'd put a diaper on you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think the diaper would fit you? I know you're a heavy-set girl.
Yes.
You do think it would fit. You
Yes.
tried them on?
Yes.
When did you try a diaper on?
When I went trick-or-treating, about when I was a kid, like when I was 18.
18, you wore a diaper.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the age most people stop.
And you were trick-or-treating, you had the diaper on, all of a sudden you had the urge to go, and you just went right into the diaper.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that was much nicer. That was clean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wendy, do you know what else I think? Like Howard brings up a good point. You know what else I think your mother would like?
What?
If you went to her and made this suggestion, that she drives you to the airport and you get on the first plane, and wherever it goes, you just stay.
Her mother loves her.
That's right. She doesn't want her to.
Oh, she does? I missed that.
Yeah.
What movie makes you shit the most?
Chucky.
Chucky, because it's so scary.
Yes.
All right.
If I pay you money when you call on those other ridiculous radio stations, would you say Beer League makes you shit the most for me?
Yes.
Okay, good.
What is your sexiest outfit to wear when you really want to look your best?
I wear my one-piece bathing suit.
You do. You don't have any bikinis or thongs?
No.
You do not.
You got a good body.
She has a 4-piece bathing suit.
So you have a one-piece, and when you put it on, men give you a lot of attention?
Yes.
In what way do men give you attention when you're in?
Like when I sit out in the front yard getting a suntan, they beat their horn.
I see.
Are the men wearing badges?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, you've never gone number one or number two in your bathing suit, have you?
No.
When you're in the pool, you've never taken a duty?
When I was in the pool, I went number one, but no, not number two.
I see. A lot of times you're in the water and it's warm and it makes you feel like you need to go.
Yes.
Right. And rather than get out of the pool and go to a bathroom, you would rather just pee right in the pool.
Yes.
Teddy, if you're listening, could you make a note, cancel pool party at Wendy's for me?
Did anyone ever say to you that that's kind of gross? Because other people...
Yeah.
But you don't care, right?
No, I don't
Right.
care.
And when you wear this one-piece bathing suit, do hairs stick out of the where the vagina area is?
Yes.
They do. There's a lot of hair that comes out of there?
Yes.
Right. And it comes down the sides of your legs?
Yes.
Yes. And men like that?
Yes.
They like the hair.
They beat their horn at the hair.
It looks like you... Does it look like you have Don King in a leg lock?
Yes.
Right.
All right. Well, Wendy, we love hearing from you, and I hope you have a good day. And I hope you...
It was nice to talk to you.
It was nice speaking with you.
It was nice speaking to you, too.
Nice speaking to you, Wendy. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Howard, let me tell you something.
That's Wendy the retard.
As a fan, I would put the Paul McCartney interview, number 1 that you've done, and that one just then, number 2. And by the way, she reminded me of something else.
Makes me think, though, is that like the... sorry, yeah?
No, go ahead.
It makes me think like the Munsters. Like, when she's out there in that bathing suit, I'm thinking that men aren't beeping their horns. What happens is they see her, they pass out, their head hits the horn, and then they crash into a wall.
Hey, Art. Dude, why does Pittsburgh Pete get under your skin so easily?
Pittsburgh Pete. I hate that he's even in the... I made him famous now. No, it's not that he... Did someone pick the fucking things up? This is grotesque. You know what? That's all right.
Wait, so talk to me.
Someone's picking off the fucking things. No, he called... You know, it's weird. Howard, I guess, is so in the moment, he doesn't recognize the same voices. And Pittsburgh Pete is always a guy... Believe me, I grew up with kids like this. He's always a guy who's like, hey, Howard, he's mad about the Fridays. He's pissed about too many vacations. He probably looks at me as a lucky slob, which I am. But, dude, get over it, It's America. I'm a lucky slob, and you're a slob. But, look, I don't want to start fights with anybody, but that kid started with me, and he caught me in a bad mood. I pegged him because it's not too hard to peg him. I'd be him if I wasn't lucky. I admit I'm lucky. I also do a hell of a lot of crazy original characters. I do 72 of them. You can see them on my website.